Viewers, the Sentai Michael from Screen Reviews bring you a new podcast from my segment called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'm going to try to do my best not to be too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. So basically, once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. So anyway, if you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Ryusoulger, episode 21. So basically, this episode starts off with Melt, we, and so sorry. I'm a little tongue-tied today. Anyway, so this episode starts off. We see Melt, Cole, and we at Wee's father's lab. We see Melt on the laptop computer. He told Cole that something hit something landed, something crashed last night, somewhere in the mountain area in Tokyo. So basically, Melt was telling Cole that something weird crashed in some weird object had crashed in the mountain area somewhere nearby the town somewhere. So basically, Melt, it seemed like Melt wanted to go to go see what if. Wanted to go see what the item what that thing was that crashed into the mountain area. But it might be a meteor or some shit like that. So basically, he wanted Cole to come with him, to go investigate. Before they even left the lab, we had showed them something on her phone. Somehow there's some strange things that have been going on in the city since the object had crashed into since that object had crashed. So basically, wherever that meteor that crashed, so basically, a strange meteor must have crashed outside the city somewhere. So basically, since that meteor had crashed, a lot of people's loved ones have been coming back to life from the dead. So basically, a lot of people's loved ones have been coming back to life around the city since that meteor hit outside the city. So basically, we see Reed's mom. According to Reed, her mother died Reed's mother died from a sickness. So basically, Reed's mom came into the lab from after grocery shopping. We had hey Reed, I got your favorite meal. So basically, we can have this for lunch and whatnot. So basically, like what the fuck, Cole, Melt, and Reed was like, what the fuck, listen, like, what the hell was going on here? I thought your mom was dead, and we said, yes, she is. So basically, wherever that object, wherever that asteroid, that link, seems like this asteroid that crashed landed outside the city is somehow bringing people who died back to life. So basically, while Oscar, Melt, and Cole, while Melt, we, and Cole were still with undead mother. Meanwhile, we see Canal went to go investigate the meteor that is somehow bringing people back to life. But turns out when he got to the area, there was a big hole, but it was no meteor. So basically, Canal contacted Multisurge Rex. say something strange is here. I see the media hole, but I don't see any media. So basically, but I feel a strange energy coming from the hole. So basically, most of us saying that I can sense that power too. I don't think it's a meteor. I think it is something. It might be another. It might be another. It might be another dynamite sword. I think this meteor is not a meteor. I think it might be another dynamite sword that came from space and landed on Earth. So basically, turns out that Moses' reaction was right. Turns out it was another dynamite sword that came from space and landed in the mountain area outside the city. So basically, the Shadow Raptors started to attack Canal, but Canal managed to morph up and managed to dodge the Shadow Raptor's attacks, but the Shadow Raptor ended up running away from Canal. So basically, it turns out the meteor that was bringing people back to life is just a dynamite sword. It seems to have a weird power to be. See, I'm assuming at this moment that turns out this dynamite sword must be. It's behind bringing people back to life. So anyway, meanwhile, we see Ashura, walking back to Wee's father's lab after grocery shopping, and that's when she bumps into her Master Pink. So basically, we was coming back from grocery shopping, and all of a sudden she saw her Master Pink was bumped back to life, and she was in shock and whatnot. Oh my God, Master Pink, you're alive. So Master Pink was glad to see we again, blah blah blah. So basically, the subject had a heart face and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, somewhere else in the city, we see Creon, in some factory district somewhere, just looking around, looking bored and stuff. All of a sudden, we see Tank Jaw. Turns out that Tank Jaw is also was brought back to life somehow by the Shadow Raptor's power. So basically, Creon was like, "What the hell, Tank Jaw, you're alive! It's good to see you." So even Tank Jaw was glad to see Creon again. So basically, and Tank Jaw said, "I have a plan to take down the Ryusoulgers once and for all." So basically, Creon was like, I can't wait to hear it. It's so good to see you again. So anyway, meanwhile, we see Toa and Bam. We're talking about the armor. The evil armor Ryusoulger Knight Gort. Turns out that Gort is the evil. Sorry, a little tongue tie. So it turns out we see Gort and Toa talking about. We see Bam and Toa was talking about Gort. So basically, Bam is saying Gort is not a person, but it's a special armor made by the bad guys. Being the Dreadnought forces, Gort is not a person. He's just a suit of armor that needs a hole. So basically, the bad guys, the Dreadnoughts, made Gort, but the armor had it turns out that Gort is not a person. Gort is just it's powerful armor with its own just a will. So basically, but Gort being a armor needs a host So basically, at the very explained to Torah that Ghost is just a suit of armor made by the bad guy with its own will. But Ghost needs a host to to move and shit like that. So basically, Thor say what is the Gorch armor? What is one of our masters is inside Gorch's armor. So basically, there said that could be a possibility. At that moment, Baron and Thor started Creon with Tankjaw, and Baron and Thor was shocked to see that Tankjaw was alive and whatnot. Was kind of shocked to see that King Charles was somehow brought back to life. So basically, they morphed up and started to do battle with Creon and King Charles, but King Charles easily defeated them and Tora, and then Tora had to retreat because King Charles was too powerful for them to take together. So anyway, meanwhile, back at Wee's father's lab, Wee's father and Wee herself was having dinner with her mother, who came back to life and whatnot, and they were acting like she they was all happy that that Wee's mother was back alive and whatnot. So basically, Wee's father was happy that her mother was alive, that his wife. So basically, Wee's father was happy that that her wife is back with her and Wee and whatnot, and Mel and Cole was just watching them eating dinner, was just looking at them weird eating dinner after the mother slash wife, came back alive and eating dinner with me and her father Noble. So basically, that's when Arthur showed up with Master Pink. Master Pink showed up. She showed up and was glad to see her again. So basically, Cole and Ben were shocked to see Master Pink came back to life as well. So Cole and Mel was shocked to see Master Pink came back to life as well. So anyway, before Master Pink greeted Cole and Mel, she stared at me, father Noble, and says "Hey, shut up! Is that you?" It's like, no, I ain't shut up. My name's Noble. So basically, Master Pink, she said that. I'm sorry. I must have mistaken you somebody else. So basically, whatever she. So basically, Master Pink mistake Wee's father Noble for somebody named Kato. So basically, Master Pink mistake Wee's father to somebody she named Kato. No, I mean Kyber. I believe it's Kyber. So basically, she mistake Wee somebody she knows as Kaido. So anyway, Master Pink. So basically, Master Pink asked for Mel and Mel and Cole went outside and was asking how did you get. How did you came back to life? And Master Pink didn't know how she didn't know how she came back to life, and that's what Cloud said. I got an answer to that question. So basically, before Canal even explain how everybody's being brought back to life, he started to fall in love with Master Pink, and Master Master Pig and asked Master Pig out. So basically, before Canal, to explain how people are coming back to life, he started to fall up in Master Pig and asked Master Pig out, and she said yes. Master Pig, she said yes, and they went on a date. So basically, before he even explained how to the others how Master Pig and the other people who somehow came back to the dead by the power of the Shadow Actor, he went on a date with Master Pig. What also is Master Pig. So basically, and this left the others hanging. So basically, that's when Batman that's when Ben and Toa told the contest to others that Tencho is back and he was attacking the city. So basically, Cole and the others went to go join. So basically, Cole and the others went to go join Toa and Bear to take down Tencho, but Tencho was kicking the shit out of them. So basically, telling them that Tencho was planting gas bombs around the city. So basically, telling them that Tencho's plan was to plant special gas bombs around the city, and use fire to blow up the city. So basically, Tencho's plan was he was planting gas bombs around the city, and therefore using the stroke of a match, he can blow up the city using the gas bombs. But the other side used the resource to try to get rid of the gas from the gas bomb, but nothing was working. So basically, they was having a hard time trying to stop Tencho and his exploding gas bombs. So anyway, meanwhile, Master Pig, while Canal and Master Pig were on a date, Master Pig reached into Canal's pocket and she found the Shadow Actor Ryusoulger in Canal's pocket. So basically, so you must have met the Shadow Actor. So basically, do you know how to use it yet? So basically, the Canal was shocked. He didn't know that the Shadow Actor gave him that Ryusoulger he didn't know that the Shadow Actor gave him that Ryusoulger, and he didn't know that the Shadow Actor Ryusoulger was in his pocket, so basically, Canal was shocked that Master Pig found that Shadow Actor Ryusoulger in his pocket. So basically, Canal showed up with Master Pig. Canal used the power of the Shadow Actor Ryusoulger, and activated the Shadow Actor armor, and used the power of the Shadow Actor Black Hole attack to suck up all the gas bombs around town, and therefore stopping Tencho's plan. So basically, but Tencho managed to make himself grow and start to attack the city, and that's when the others summoned the Zord. So basically, the others. So basically, Cole and the others managed to form the 5 Dynamite Megazord, to form the 5 Dynamite Rex Megazord, and Canal used the power of the Shadow Actor Zord to combine his. So basically, Canal used the power of the Shadow Actor Zord to combine with Moses' Rex and form the Shadow Neptune Dynamite Megazord. So basically, the others formed the 5 Dynamite Megazord, while Canal combined the Shadow Actor Zord with Moses' Rex and formed the Shadow Neptune Dynamite Megazord. So together, using the new powers of the Shadow Actor Zord, using the power of the new Shadow Actor Megazord, and using the power of the new Shadow Actor Neptune Megazord, they was able to defeat Tencho and once again destroy Tencho for a second time. but Cole was kind of, even though they won, Cole was kind of upset that that K-Star did a lot of damage did a lot of damage towards the city, and that's when Master Pink told the Shadow Raptor to summon the Shining Raptor Zord. So basically, the Shadow Raptor summon its twin being the Shining Raptor, and the Shining Raptor uses powers to repair all the damage that Pink-Cloud did to the city, and everything was restored. So basically, all the damage that Pink-Cloud did to the city was repaired by the Shadow Raptor Zord. So basically, I think that the Shadow Raptor Zord and the Shining Raptor Zord must have come, must have sent by Sato from space. So basically, who the hell is Sato? And the mask guy that Bam and Tom met before in the second episode showed up. It turns out it was Sato who looked like Ree's father. So it turns out that Sato looks like Ree's father. So basically, Sato is the one who sent the Shadow Raptor and the Shining Raptor Zord, to Earth. So basically, Sato said, I'm the one who sent the Shadow Raptor Zord to Earth. And that's how the episode ended with the Ryusoulger, Master Pink looking at Sato, saying that I'm the one who sent the Shadow Raptor Zord to Earth to help you guys out. And that's how the episode ended. Ended with the Ryusoulger, Master Pink looking at Sato, Sato, saying that I'm the one who sent the Shadow Raptor Zord to Earth, and that's how the episode ended. So basically, we got a lot of explanations about Gorge being a suit of armor that needs a host to be able to move and talk and shit like that, and also we know that Gorge the armor Ryusoulger now its host might be Dan Oto's master. So basically we got more details that that Gorge is a living to the armor that needs a host, and maybe that Gorge's host might be Dan Oto's master. And also we finally know who that master stranger that Toa and Bam met in the second episode that tells them about the other Ryusoulgers and whatnot. So basically, there's a lot of strange things going on in this episode, but this episode was very good, and also we got a new power up and a new Zord and 2 new Zords out of it. So anyway, this episode was not bad. So anyway, like always, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know what the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is Sentai Michael from Screw Review. Signing off. 1.